majority of firms I speak with these days are far less concerned about where their next meal is coming from than how they're going to actually eat it. The prospect of adequately staffing projects is a far greater risk than the ability to win work. Yet while no amount of finger-wagging about an eventual economic downturn will convince any of you to suddenly floor the marketing gas pedal, the prospect of a looming ownership and leadership transition might at least make you stop and think about paying more attention to it, even if you've run out of room for more work. Ownership and leadership transition are a package deal. One does not come without the other. Ownership transition can be modeled and mapped, but leadership transition, it's a different ballgame altogether. Professional service firms, particularly those that comprise the AE industry, have been historically entrepreneurial endeavors led and managed by a handful of business people who happen to be architects or engineers. These people are often the only owners of the firm and are inclined to hire architects and engineers who are not interested or naturally wired to be owners. The successful firms, those that are around long enough to require a change in ownership, often find themselves stuck because they haven't developed a pipeline of staff with the appetite, risk profile, and behaviors to be owners. In particular, they struggle to develop anyone who can make it rain. I've heard more than once, and not without a hint of pride, owners, and particularly founders, say they are the only true rainmakers in their firm. They recognize no one else in their firm has the sales chops to build upon what has been laid at their feet. While key hires and coaching programs are legitimate avenues to pursue, recognize the strengths with what you already have and play to it. Architects and engineers in particular get a bad rap for not being able to sell, but many of them are in fact great closers. Why? Because they are adept at responding to inquiries and answering questions. So instead of, or at least in addition to, trying to turn your next generation leaders into handshakers and baby kissers, focus on building a company brand that gets the phone to ring and plays to your people's strengths. Closing. One effective way to position an AE firm as an expert in its target market sectors is to routinely provide clients and potential clients with information they can use in bite-sized chunks. Think good food fast. Whether it's e-marketing, consistent PR, original research, or client perception monitoring, develop a process that produces a steady drumbeat of brand building. Combine these efforts with individual involvement in events and organizations where your firm's clients tend to gather. Scheduled activities should include public speaking, quarterly calls and/or visits with past, existing, and potential clients, aggressive follow-up on leads, hosting client roundtables and seminars, and taking on leadership roles in client trade associations, and in general, getting more involved in the local communities. This multi-pronged approach spreads the responsibility and opportunity to sell work beyond the existing networks of a select few. It does require a consistent and focused commitment of resources and effort, but it will help secure the future of your firm beyond your direct involvement. For more information on how Morrissey Goodale can help your firm plan for a better future, call us at 508-650-0040 or visit us at www.morrisseygoodale.com. For Morrissey Goodale's AEC Dashboard Strategy Briefing, I'm Mark Goodale.